Hello, welcome to Anime's another weekly roundup of Ami figure pre-orders. A bit of a shorter week, so not so many figures this week, since I think it was Golden Week in Japan or something like that, where Ami only started posting since the 7th, so it's only 3 days this week of figures, and there wasn't tons of figures this week either, and so there'll be a few in the description, linked in the description down below, apart from the adult figures obviously. But yeah, we'll get straight into it, so this one should be a bit of a faster one. So comment, like, and subscribe for future, keeping up with the weekly series of these figures that are always just being churned out these days. So yeah. We've got Azure Lane, Suzuya Midnight Care, one quarter scale by freeing, 39,600 yen. Definitely a better B style in my opinion. I do like these sorts of more unique ones. Nurse outfits as well, sucker for nurses. So great looking quarter scale. All the plenty of cake and plenty of bosom as well. Very tightly sculpted, obviously, as well. So yeah, overall nice figure. Maybe not 40,000 yen personally. A lot of the Azure Lane ones have kind of gone down in price after release, freeing wise. Apart from the cast off ones, New Bremerton and Taiho. Those ones actually went up in price. But yeah, these ones, that's November 2026. Yeah, I probably would maybe just bookmark this, and maybe we'll get a couple of the other characters from this series, from Azure Lane, in this sort of nurse outfitters as well. Depends on what skins. I'm pretty sure I remember there being a couple of the other girls from the same empire as Suzuya, which were nurse outfits as well. So we'll probably get a couple more hopefully in the future. Then we got Maiko, sorry, Mama-chan by Union Creative, 20,550 yen, coming in October. I'm pretty sure I covered this one before, so we'll just sort of quickly, but China outfit, Chinese dress, pink outfit, do like it a lot, very much, showing up a lot of leg, and very close to showing her nether region, but yeah, very nice looking outfit. I like the style, like the cherry blossom design as well. The print looks pretty good on it. Overall it's very nice with steam buns. So yeah, great looking figure. Yeah, from an OC, it's an OC design, so I'm not familiar. The sculptor's Seke, but I don't know the actual artist is. Paintwork Corporation Endcraft, no idea. Anyway, it looks like a quite good Chinese dress figure though overall. TV anime Shugo Chara, 1/6 scale by Union Creative, 24,540 yen, coming out in June 2027. This one is, I don't know. There's no sculpt, there's no shading on the dress. With this magical girl, the wings are fine in terms of feathering. There's not a lot of detail in the wings. Hair's pretty. There's a little bit of there's a bright highlight, but that's across the fringe. But that's about it in terms of shading there. Really a bit of lacking overall in terms of paint quality. It's very simple. The ribbon's quite nice, and the shoes are quite nice, but that's about it. Everything else is very simple, plain, one color. So I really don't like the look of it. The figure looks okay, but it's just the paint job feels like it could be better. Is it wrong to pick up Girls in the Dungeon? Freya, 1/6 scale by Union Creative, 45,880 yen. Very expensive figure. Should come out in July next year. Well, I think this is the first Dungeon Mashi figure that is actually 1/6. I think all the other ones have been 1/7 or 1/8, or pop-up parade, so non-scale. So this one's, with it being 1/6, hopefully we see more of the other characters being 1/6 as well. I do like Freya. She is like, the paintwork is fine. It's just satin black, so there's no shading there. Sculpting looks pretty good overall. The chair looks quite good. But it's very flat. There's no, I'm not even sure if there's going to be an indent where she's sitting, to be honest. It seems like it's just going to be a flat surface, unlike other leather chairs, where they've got the folds and the ripples in it, and it being like a shiny leather paint. This one doesn't actually show that. So this one's very flat, very monotone color wise. So really, I like it, but I don't think, again, there's nothing in the paintwork. No shading, the sculpting looks fine. But for 46,000 yen, for 1/6, you would expect there just to be more. So again, it's Union Creative just being a bit, playing it safe, I think, and just, minimizing the amount of input they have to put into cost input. So been maximizing the price for this one, so I don't see this then holding 46,000 yen. This one I'm pretty sure will bin pretty hard, probably to 28,000 yen, most likely something around there. I would expect for just how lacking the paint job is in this figure. Unless if for some reason she's cast off and you can actually remove the chest area, that would be the only way I can see this holding some sort of value. But I wouldn't expect it to be cast off. Obviously, it's not that kind of anime. Gakuen Idolmaster, Misuzu Hataya, 1/6 by Union Creative, 22,000, well, just under 20,000 yen in November. This one, like, hair shading and sculpting looks really good. Outfit, I think there's some highlights and shading in the blues in the school outfit. See, this one's a lot better. This one's far cheaper than Freya's. So, and the face sculpting looks better. The hands being crossed is quite nice. Yeah, I think this looks better. Better paint job, better sculpting overall. It's not so simple and flat. So yeah, and this is like less than half the price. So Union Creative can put in the effort and at least give us something that's acceptable for the money. But the past two were just really sore and lacking, in my opinion. Diverse Core, Enyo no Kisetsu, Barbara Red, 1/6. I haven't played Diverse Core. This is by Nuclear Gold Reconstruction / Animator. So basically it's got Animator in it. With it, 14,630 yen. November 2026. So actually very good price actually for this figure. I think for what you're getting included with this figure, is definitely worth the price, being 1/6 scale as well. Obviously very sexy looking figure. The wet see-through t-shirt, the beach attire, the hammock that she's resting on, the coconut drink obviously spilling over her, yeah, and everything looks great. This is like easily A tier in terms of 15,000 yen. Paint job looks really good on the tree stems as well. Water looks okay. Plant life looks okay. She looks fine. There's not tons of shading on her, but she's not wearing a lot. Obviously, she's a bikini with a wet t-shirt, so the hair's fine. I think overall, I think you're buying because the rest of the figure is great. This is an amazing figure, definitely worth it, and I would probably even treat this as just no C if I even though I don't play Diablosa's Core. Then we got Demon's Trap, illustrated by Puratua Yuri, 1/6 by Ian Sun, for 12,950 yen, April next year. This one is fine. It's obviously much simpler compared to the previous one, but yeah, succubus, cutesy girl with a leash on. Okay, is it succubus? No, it's just BDSM, I guess. Yeah, she's cute, a bit adorable. Jacket removal is quite a nice touch, and I think the jacket actually is quite good. There's quite good shading and sculpt work there. I'd expect that arm to be removed, most likely, in order to get the sleeve off, or it's going to be actual arm swaps to get that off. They don't mention it, but yeah, it's a nice looking figure, but I think compared to the past one, obviously this one's definitely a lot more played safe, and they've done some cost cutting as well with the sort of semi-translucent hair and the silver, bluish silver airbrushing going on there. Yeah, I like this one actually quite a lot. Yakuyuba-chan lingerie version, 1/6 by Umikawa, 15,840 yen. January next year. Yeah, I do like this lingerie sort of sportswear version with the sports jacket being, barely on there. Body sculpting, torso sculpting looks quite nice as well. I like the face, like the hair sculpting and shading. Blonde sucker for blonde chicks. Yeah, I think great looking figure. I wish there was a cast off version of this, but there isn't, unfortunately. So yeah, there's not much we can do about that. But yeah, this is a great sort of sports themed / lingerie figure as well. They do have a deluxe version, but that just comes with a wall scroll. So I wouldn't even bother with the wall scroll bit. To be honest, it's an extra 2,000 yen for the wall scroll. Down to you. This price either way. They're both great looking figure. Well, both versions are great. Obviously, it's the same figure. But yeah, I think either one, if you want the wall scroll or not. Then we've got Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. Admire Vega, 1/7 by Fat Company, 25,720 yen. November. Just like all the other Musume figures, hair great, on point, outfit stylish, paintwork, clean lines, it's great, and a good amount of shouldering, especially on the shoulder sort of fabric that she's got going there. That dark, like highlight to darker blues, really nicely done there. Leggings looks great, boots looks great. Yeah, great, just a great figure. Simplified base compared to other ones. This is just an acrylic base, probably with some sort of paintwork obviously on there. But apart from that, the figure looks great. So a great figure if you're a Umumusme fan. Yeah, definitely worth getting a hold of. Then we've got Kurumi Umori 1/5 by Nocturnus, 21,940 yen, coming in October. Yep, it's a very well endowed bikini girl revealing a bikini. That's all, taken out at school. Looks fine. I think too heavy in the chest area and the lower torso that I've covered before. You do get a couple of different head options, so you can have glasses on, glasses off, and I think there's a different face plate as well, or was that the other version? So you got an open mouth as well, so I think it should list it down here. Alternative face and glasses part. Then they do have a deluxe or limited edition version, which comes with just an acrylic plate. That's basically it. An alternative face. So yeah, and then there is a cast off version, which will be a bit later. We'll get to. Beat Stars Louise by Mega House, 14,080 yen, November 2026. Looks fine overall. Pretty much looks lifted straight from the anime, at least from what I've seen. I haven't watched Beat Stars. Not the type of anime I actually prefer watching. Definitely not the style of anime I'd watch. So, although I heard very good things about this anime, it looks good overall. I think paint job, and again for 14,000 yen, is a very good figure. Non-scale though, 16 centimeters in height, 1/8 scale. I'd say close as what it resembles to me. Then we've got Precious Gem series, Bleach Ichigo Kurosaki, 1000 Blood War Arc by Meg House, 39,600 yen, coming out in November. Pretty sure I've covered this before, but I'm just going to cover it again anyways because it's there. Top of the line from the Gem series by Mega House. So very well detailed. Paint job looks obviously a lot better, and obviously a lot more effect parts or scenery included with this figure. So very dynamic. Spiky hair, yeah. In his Bunkai form, great looking figure, especially if you're a Bleach. I'm a Bleach fan. I just don't think I would actually want to get any figures from them. Well, apart from like Yoruichi and Rangiku, probably that's it. Probably those two, to be honest. Especially if they have a cast-off version. But that's me. Then we've got Lucria, the King of Fighters, Mai Shiranui, by Meg House, 25,300 yen. This one's a non-scale. Standing 25 centimeters in height, including base, 28 with the umbrella. That cake that she's got is very nicely defined as well. So yeah, sculpting looks great, and I really like the outfit and like the umbrella as well. Very nice in the chest area as well. So depending on which way you want to display her, you can have a back showing or much more side on. You got some side boob as well. So yeah, great looking figure overall, all the way around. I would say great looking figure. I should hopefully get some more. We had some Mai Shiranuis I've covered before, and they've been fine, I think, but they've been fair bit more expensive than this one. So I think this one's, if you're more of a budget, then this one's worth getting a hold of. Then we got B-Style, Code Geass, Lelouch, The Rebellion, is the Valletta. This is the White Bunny versions. This is like a re-release, just recoloring by freeing 39,600 yen, October 2026. I actually prefer this colorway compared to the past one. The white bunny suit looks really good on her. It's a great looking figure. Kind of like Albedo, when Albedo was white, which is the one I've got. White suit, then they did a recolor of her in the black outfit, and she looks better in the black outfit, in my opinion, compared to the white outfit. So white bunny suit. So yeah, she looks really good in the white bunny suit, definitely compared to the original one. So I do like the design. Again, it's probably going to be one of those ones where I probably will just wait, because I think a lot of freeing figures are kind of, people aren't paying the prices these days. Then we go to the adult figures. So again, to do with Kurumi, we've got the DX version. So this is the cast-off one. So yeah, alternative chest swap, and you get a third faceplate with this one as well, with different eye options. So yeah, either option, and then there is also a limited edition version which comes with the acrylic faceplate, acrylic character plate, but with all the same options, you know, being cast off and nether region being visible. Is that face body, alternative face part and alternative body parts? So it's probably a central torso swap, most likely, or that's magnetized on. Basically, looks like there's some sort of seam there, so you can probably remove that. Again by Nocturnus, again, and a bit more expensive than the other ones, but I probably not something up my alley with these options, to be honest. There's been better figures that are more detailed, better painted, that have been cheaper for cast off. They've been 1/6 scales, not 1/5. I admit that. She is a 1/5 scale, so she's going to be a bit larger. Then we've got this one I quite enjoy. Chaki Mio-chan selfie special version, 1/6 by Pink Mango for 21,280 yen. So 1/6, in my opinion, better. You know, she's not overly and in the chest area and over endowed. You get these backdrop as well as a nice touch. Yeah, lifted leg, like the pose, obviously cast off as well. Like the sculpting. Yep, selfie, obviously. So yeah, pretty much wearing nothing underneath. Yeah, in my opinion, great looking figure. I like the socks as well, semi-translucent, as obviously there, as you can see her feet. So if you've got a bit of a feet fetish, and there is a mirror or a backdrop as well if you want the mirror for display purposes. Yeah, so great looking figure. I think 20,000 yen, 1/6 scale, great cast off figure for the price. And then if you want to spend a bit more, 25,000, so an extra 4,000 yen. This comes with a fair few extra bits as well as a A2 wall scroll. You get the traditional cast off bit, and you get the chest area actually being fully revealed this time, not on the past one, at least not from what I saw in the photos. I think she's got nipple covers the entire time, although I expect those to potentially be removable, but they don't mention it. And they don't mention this being, cast off there, remove parts at your own risk. But this one is I think, chest swap. Panties removable. Bandages part chest removable. Lower body part chest, yes. So this has actually got the removable. They mention it here. So, yeah, and obviously you've got actual panties as well. So that's fine. Great looking figure, personally. The same as like last time. For the extra few thousand yen, you do get a vertical leg. So if you want the straight legs going all the way up, you've got that as an option. I think depending on how you are, and the fact that you can have obviously her like this with the mirror facing obviously away from you, so you get a bit of the rear arse cheeks while having the mirror to show you the frontage. So yeah, I think a great either version depending on how you are. If you want the vertical leg, I think it's definitely worth the extra anyways, and having the removable nipple tassels as well, nipple covers. And that does it for this week of Anime Figure Builders. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. And I'll need to get on to doing some bloody unboxings, because I've got a fair bit of a backlog now of figures to get through and do reviews on. So catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.